So I want to talk about the number one problem with technology. Now, I've thought long and hard about this, and I really cannot come up with a better answer than the one I'm about to give you now. The number one problem, as I see it, and I have put a lot of thought into this, the number one problem with technology, and I'm even talking about my own channel here. I mean, I'm even talking about myself. The number one problem with technology is this. You keep looking at other people's lives. Let me say that a couple more times. You keep staring at other people's lives. You keep watching somebody else's life. It's not like, now I don't watch videos on YouTube myself. I don't own a TV. I don't watch movies anymore. For those of you who know me, I don't do any of this stuff. But you could still say I'm part of the problem just by making videos that other people keep watching. Exactly. It's not like watching a TV show. It's like watching, a 1 hour TV show, like the Wednesday night special and the 80s. No, this is like watching 20 videos in 1 hour, 20 TV shows in 1 hour. So if you thought you were confused watching a 1 hour TV show, think about how confused your brain is watching 20 completely different things and subjects in 1 hour. But here's the main problem as I see it. And this is my answer for myself. I'm not going to apologize for it. It's just, for me, this is what it is. I'm not going to try to explain it to anybody or get in a debate with anybody. This is exactly what I see. Everyone is using technology for only one thing: to look at other people's lives, to stare at other people's lives, to get involved with other people that you actually don't even know. I mean, some guy's driving down the road in a van and you think you know everything there is to know about this person. Or you're watching some famous person, who makes millions of dollars a year. And technology allows you to do this now. The number one problem with technology is it's too much information for your brain. You keep staring at other people's lives instead of going out and living your own life. I mean, how many of you could actually turn off to technology completely off? Now, I'm 56 years old here in about 5 months. I'll be 56. And I grew up with no GPS. It wasn't even invented. I grew up with a cell phone. When I was younger, they never even had answering machines invented yet. Answering machines were not invented. They weren't, maybe the government had them. But answering machines were not even invented. The only thing we had was tape recorders. I grew up and they never invented microwave ovens yet. And then when they did, they came out with one that was like, 150 pounds. It was like 3 foot by 3 foot. And the thing was almost as slow as your oven, so what was the point? We never had microwave ovens. We never had GPS. We never had cell phones. We had a wall phone. And the greatest thing they invented back then was a longer cord for our wall phone, so you could walk around the kitchen while you were talking. A longer cord. That was a huge invention. It cost like $4 at Radio Shack. I'm telling you, the number one problem with technology is it's preventing you from living your own life. I wonder how many of you could actually turn it off. How many of you could go camping without blogging your camping or your campfire? How many of you, I mean, I'm telling you, how many of you could actually eat a damn meal without telling the whole world, I'm at so-and-so restaurant right now in so-and-so town and city? But that's actually not the worst part. The worst part is you're spending numerous hours a day watching other people's lives. And it's not actually even their life. It's the made up part that they're telling you. I mean, you know, at least, I mean, everybody agrees that at least 50% of all this stuff is fake. Everybody. I mean, nothing I talk about is fake because the stuff I talk about is so boring, there's no way it could be fake. I've just been putting up videos of agates I find on the Oregon coast lately. That's my channel is just more of a hobby, or if someone wants to listen to a Bible study or, you know, look at the outdoors or the Oregon coast, it's just more of a hobby. I don't expect people to come here and stare at me and try to get involved with my life and try to, you know, no. I have a really boring YouTube channel. I understand that. And it will always be boring. It will always just be that way. It's more, my channel is more for just local people to just kind of look at what's happening in the area of the Oregon coast. That's about all I'm ever going to do. So the question is, how many of you could live without technology? I would say less than 10%. How many of you could turn off your TV, get rid of your cell phone, or only use it for work and your family? That's it. How many of you could live without a YouTube channel, a Facebook channel, a Snapchat, you know, channel, an Instagram channel? How many of you think, now this is what is funny, you're being sucked in, see? It's kind of like the great, you know, when they used to sell Amway, you had to sign up like 50 of your friends, and they each signed up 50 of their friends, and then so on and so on. The multi-level marketing, MLM. Millions of people fell for that. And about 10% of the people on the top made all the money. The same thing's going on with YouTube here. About 10% of the people are making all the money, and then YouTube just demonetized, I don't know, I was reading on the news, tens of millions of channels. So there are people that have spent years on YouTube here, and they were, you know, they finally got up to $60 a month, the poor souls. And they spent years of their life, seriously, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6 years of their life trying to figure out how the YouTube system works, and to try to figure out how to get more hits and more views and try to get all, and they really spent a lot of time, and then boom, they're told, no, you got to start over. It's like, wow. Well, that's the same thing they did with Amway. In 1 month, they just said, well, we're just going to sell in stores now or online. And all those people that were making money, it just went away in 2 seconds. And now that is what I see what most people, you know, I've been watching videos about van dwellers. Now I started off thinking it was kind of cool. But after a few videos, it's like they should call it van dwellers and RV or soap opera, the soap opera, you know, America. Because all these people worry about each other. They call each other names. They're in competition with each other, and who's coming here and who's doing what, and what is this person doing, and this is fake, and they make videos about each other to cut each other down, and it's like, holy smokes. Times have changed. And all of that occurs just so you can go camping, sit under some trees in your old van. You know, when I was younger, we would get a van, and a couple old bean bags for $10 and throw them back there and sleep on them. We didn't have sinks and hot tubs and baths and toilets and water tanks and solar. And I mean, I'm telling you, it is the craziest thing I've ever seen. Even today, when I go camping at age 56, I get in my vehicle, I get a couple sleeping bags, I get a cooler full of ice and some food, and I stop, I get some wood out in the woods or whatever on the beach. You know, I take like a knife, a pistol, and some fishing equipment, and a walking stick, and an axe and a shovel. That's it. And I'm out there and I'm setting up camp and I'm enjoying it. I'm going hiking. I'm walking on the beach. I'm telling you, it's so weird the way these van dwellers go camping now. It's like, hi, I'm coming to you from campsite number so-and-so, and oh, it's so amazing, and oh my gosh, and oh, everything's so wonderful, and oh my God, see, the thing is, the biggest lie you ever heard. It's just all lies. But the thing is, the number one problem with technology is, I would say 70% of all the people are using technology to stare at other people all the time. That's the only reason I made this video. Maybe I can help a few people to stop. Just turn it off. Just stop doing that. Well, they say the average person now looks at stuff online 5 hours a day. I mean, my gosh, these are the same people that don't have jobs. Well, they say, I could never work for someone. I could never, ever work for anyone. It's like, you spend 30 hours a week staring at other people's videos on YouTube, Facebook. Facebook is huge. You spend 30 hours a week following people, like 5 hours a day. Well, it's actually 4 hours a day, 7 days a week. You could just go get a job for $10 an hour, make $300 a week. You'd have an extra $300 a week instead of having nothing and complaining that you can't get a job because you're all against society now and blah, blah. I could really get into it here, but I'm going to end the video. Number one problem with technology, in my opinion, is we keep searching out other people's lives instead of planning our own lives and working our own lives, and doing our own lives and achieving our own goals in our own lives. If you took all that energy and put it towards yourself, last thing I'm going to say, if you took all that energy you spend watching other people 30, 40, 50 hours a week, oh my gosh, that just sounds crazy, but it's all true. There are tens of millions of people doing it every day. If you took all that energy and you just put even half of that time into improving your own life and your family's life and the lives of the people around you, I think you get my point. I think a lot of people, and I don't mean a lot, I mean millions. I think millions of people now are addicted to staring at other people's lives.